Good morning, Sister Davis.
Good morning, Dr. Lewis.
Thank you so much for making the time to chat with us today.
You're welcome.
Can you tell us, well, I've already told everybody, but can you tell us again what your name is?
I'm Heather Davis. I'm past sister of special care nursery and NICU, where I worked for about 30 odd years. Basically a retired sister, but still working in nursing administration, and I work as a nurse liaison officer.
Great. Thank you, sis. Now I'm going to share with everybody that you're one of my teachers and one of my mentors. A few decades ago, we were just chatting that this is a few decades now. Isn't that crazy? So can you share with us, sister, how you came to work on the nursery?
Well, I started working on the nursery in the late 70s. When I came back from England, that was the ward that I was assigned to, and I fell in love with the special care nursery. A lot has happened since the 70s, as you can well imagine. I remember when I went there, we had like a warm nursery for the very premature babies, and I remember the really tiny babies. They would bring them from the labor ward, give them some oxygen, put them on the resuscitator for warmth, and if they managed to make it after an hour, then they would do, admit them to the nursery. And then we had a crude setup of a CPAP, nothing fancy like now, and that's what we used in those days. And if a baby needed to be ventilated, the baby had to be sent to the adult ICU, which wasn't really ideal, and they didn't like them down there because the when they died, it would increase their
mortality rate. All right. So can you tell us, sister, there have been a lot of changes since you were in the NICU. Can you tell us some of the changes that you find to be the ones that you're most pleased to see, and any additional dreams that you have for this NICU?
Well, as you can well imagine, I've been on the nursery through many changes. We had to close it down quite a few times and restart again. So when they were going to start the in vitro fertilization program, we had to think about a NICU so we could ventilate the babies, and that's how that started. So that was very exciting. The NICU, I was initially there when we had to set it up. I was really involved heavily in that. And we started then now to keep our babies alive much longer, as you can well imagine. But we ran into a little problem with nutrition. So those days a doctor from TMRU would come and we would give our babies TPN, and they would live much longer, and we were able to have a better rate of the babies living. So that has been very exciting, how that has evolved. And of course you have more machinery now, you have more monitors, and we tried to get a lot of monitors, and we did, and we managed to keep the babies alive for much longer, as you can see and you can tell. And my dream now is quality of life. That is most important now, the quality of life we can give to these infants. And we are well on our way with that. With once upon a time we had one trained neonatologist. Now we have more. So the expertise is there.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, sister. I know you're busy, so I'm going to end the interview there. Thank you for making the time to chat with us today, okay?
You're most welcome.
God bless you, and thank you for your contribution.
As everybody knows, I always tell them that the premature infant and the infants on a whole, that's my specialty. I really loved working on the nursery.
Yes.
I didn't at first, I was a little apprehensive, but I really grew to love it.
Yes.
Really grew to love it.
And we could see that, sister. It came through in the way you showed up to work every day.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.